All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. We are back live here again at Eldora for the High Roller Sim Series for the BigBlock Modifieds, ready to rip it up. Tonight's race is presented by Speed Demon Setups and HRC. I can't remember its cinematography, though. Excuse me. As of right now, without further ado, I'm going to have to ask you to please stand up, remove your hats as we do tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our national anthem here for the Dirt Dog Internationals. I know I definitely missed it for the 360 sprints, but for the big blocks, we were able to catch it. 24 drivers here tonight for the BigBlock Modifieds at Eldora. Ready to kick off the action here in 5 more minutes. Now's a good time to go get a drink, something to eat, something, whatever you may need. Don't go anywhere. Don't turn the dial. We're live here on the DirtDogInternational.com and on Facebook at Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. So now these drivers will head on in to qualify, to do their qualifying laps to see who's going to get the best out there. Who's going to put down the fastest time here in these big block modifieds to be able to claim the rights to the pole. So these big block modified drivers doing a good job putting their laps down here. See here who's out on the track now. Colton Herbert. That number 6 machine. Coming around 1 and 2. Onto the backstretch to come down 3 and 4 to try to put down a better lap for a second time around. James Starr, he jumping up into the second position there. Kurt May. And that 74 machine there sitting top 5 behind Zane Walters, who is 4th. Tonight's racing brought to you by HRT, Syntography, and Speed Demon Setups. So these guys cranking them out. Patrick Cobb out there. Joshua Hart's out there. There he is, the 58 machine. How about Cobb? Cobb finishing his lap. Colton Herbert still out there. Trying to get that better lap in. Just not quite able to do so. Kyle Sargent coming around as well. Trying to get his better lap. There's Colton Herbert coming up into the second position. That number 6. Moving on up here in the 7. 24 drivers here for these big block modified. Shout it out who you are rooting for here tonight in the chat. We want to know where are you where are you rooting on them from? Ready to pull up the grid here for heat number 1, and it still has not changed. Man, this is making me mad. Let's see if this changes it. Starting on the pole, we got Ryan Cthulhu. I think that's how you say that. There we go. That changed it. Tristan Lacador. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Starting in the second position, we got Jeremy Prey starting 3rd. Oh, what am I doing here? We are wrong. Here we go. The 35 NJ, Ryan Cthulhu, Tristan. Wow, I needed to bring that up a little bit more. And that number 92, excuse me. All the way from Canada. Jeremy Prey in the 117 with Gunnar Harris. And that 54 to the outside in. Patrick Cobb. Going to start 5th. 6th, we got Austin Madra. 7th, going to be Kaylor Hogan. And at 15H, and 8th is going to be Chris Marcantino. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So we're going to have 8 cars here for, I believe, 10 laps. Excuse me, 10 laps. A big block modified action. So these big block modified drivers are getting ready to go green flag ripping. Tristan, Ryan, Jeremy, Gunner, Patrick, Austin, Kaylor, and Chris Macarino Tino. Green flag here is out. Coming down 1 and 2, side by side. Coming out, side by side. Single file and out here up for the top 3. Tristan, Ryan, yellow flag's going to strike the speedway. We don't know exactly why that one even came out. Lap number 1, yellow's going to hit heat number 1. Just realized I didn't have no sound. I'm sorry there out there. Cars are ripping, rock and rolling. You guys are only hearing me. I am so sorry about that. Did not even realize. Big old dummy on me. So we're under yellow here. Ryan still out front. Tristan going to be in second. Jeremy Prey third. So as the pace truck gets ready to take these boys around one more time, Ryan, Tristan, and Jeremy going to look for that green flag. As they head to the backstretch, double file it up here for heat number 1. We're going to try to get these guys going one more time. Ryan and Tristan. Pace truck is heading into the pits. And the green flag here is out. Ryan jumping out front to an early lead in that number 35 machine, but he has Tristan back there in that number 92 all over the tail side. Gunner Harris moving up into the 3rd spot in that 54 from the 4th spot, putting Jeremy Prey down 1 position here as he slips into the top 3. Nose to tail around the outside edge, coming out of 1 and 2 there. That was the nemesis for the feature of the 410 sprint cars. These BigBlock modifieds are going to use that bottom lip to get around the corners, pushing out here in 1 and 2. Gunner trying to hold down that 3rd position. Tristan trying to hold on to that 2nd spot. Doesn't want to give it up. Gunner going to knock on the back door. We got a battle up here so close. That number 35 has the 92 all over the tail side. Heading down into 1 and 2 here as we ride on the right front quarter panel with the white flag waving, coming out of 3 and 4. Side-by-side action. Tristan looking to throw the slide job in that 92. Not able to do the crossover, though, as the 35 of Ryan still hanging on to her, going down low. Ryan hanging on to the lead. Gunner Harris trying to use that outside contact with Tristan and Gunner, but Gunner able to take that 54 machine and hang on to 2nd. Congratulations to the top 2. We're going to pull up the grid now for heat number 2 here. Starting on the pole, we are going to have Mr. Colton Herbert. There it is. That number 6 machine ended up putting a pretty fast time down, so the 2nd heat, he will go. Zane Walters in that number 31 machine to his outside. Greg Keppel in that number 38 machine to the inside, starting 3rd. 4th, we're going to have Joshua Hart in that 58 car. In the 5th spot, we got Corey Jans. 6th, we're going to have Mark Spittelmeister. And tailing the end of the field in that 34 beam. We got Brody Brown. Ready to rip here at Eldora. Heat number 2 getting ready to go underway. 2 pace laps behind the truck. We'll be green flag ripping. As they head into the 3 and 4 off the backstretch, the pace truck lights are off. Nice tight formation out of heat number 2. And the green flag here is ripping. Colton Herbert jumping out to an early lead. Zane Walters gonna hold on to the outside of Greg Keppel. Colton Herbert jumping out front to a nice early lead here as we ride on the rear side quarter panels here. As he's got quite a lead on these guys, 3 or 4 or 5 car lengths. As he's putting the laps in, 2 laps down. Here for the BigBlock Modifieds. Colton Herbert, Zane Walters, Greg Keppel, Joshua Hart, and Corey Jans rounding out the top 5. Keppel in third. We're going to ride on the inside car here with him as he's trying to track down Zane Walters, that orange machine, that yellow and blue 31 just in front of him. Walters, Keppel here in the orange machine. Using that outside line here in these big blocks. Not sure if that's exactly the fast line or not here, as I'm not really a big block runner. But I'll tell you, Eldora is one of the better tracks to run at because it's full throttle all the way. Colton Herbert still just out front, not looking back. Keppel now has Joshua Hart trying to knock on the back door. See if he's going to be able to pick up the inside of that quarter panel. Just a few more laps remaining of this heat. And we are winding them out. Greg Keppel using that mid to high line now, moving down a groove, trying to follow right in suit there with the 31 of Zane Walters. Joshua Hart in that 58 machine trying to do everything he can. We're going to ride right in the inside car here with him. We got the white flag waving. Battle at the backside of the field. Brody Brown going down low here. Coming out of 3 and 4, trying to take over for the 6th spot. Not able to do so. Oh, wow. We were on the 1 and 2. Excuse me. Thought we were in 3 or 4. Now the check flag waving, though. Colton Herbert, Zane Walters, and Greg Keppel taking home top 3. Awesome racing out of heat number 2 for sure. But now we got heat number 3's grid ready to rip, rock, and roll. So we will see who's ready to go. Starting here on the pole, we got James Starry. Starry? Am I saying that right? Is it Starry? Starry. Is anybody out there on the track? No, they're not. Isaac DeVolera. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm really sorry. Here in the 032, starting third. Curtin A to the outside, starting second of James Starry in the 741. 74 of Curtin A. Ryan Wagon shoots in that number 66 machine. I know I've seen that car before and name. Here we go, Paul, that number 65. Starting in the 5th spot. Taylor Richard in that number 4. To the outside of Kyle Sargent. So we got 7 more cars here for 10 more laps of heat action for the Big Block Modified. 2 laps under pace. And we'll go green flag racing. Base truck ready to head on in the 741 in the 7-4. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. Green flag here is out. These Big Block Modifieds going to stay double file here for just a second for 2 rows back. Oliveira, Curtin A. Side-by-side battle for the second spot. Almost 3 wide there. Nay as Ryan Wagon shoots trying to knock on the back door as well. Going to the inside, the 74 to the inside, but the double or the 032 staying to the outside. The outside groove seems to be where it's at here tonight for the big blocks here. Out of 1 and 2, the 032 heading into the wall. Caution, I believe, is going to strike the speedway. We don't know though. There it is. There it is. Yellow flag striking. This one's going to be on De La Vera, it says. So let's see. That was on him because he tapped the wall. That's right. He came off and tapped the wall, and nobody had anywhere to go, so they came up into him. The 032 getting his picture taken as he goes around, bringing the yellow flag out here tonight. Please, everyone, step away from the fence. When drivers wreck into the wall, we don't want you getting hit with any debris or liquids or anything like that. So please step away from the fence. One more time around under pace. We'll be green flag racing for heat number 3. Will Curtin A be able to get to the backside of that 741? Ryan Wagashoots moves up into the 3rd spot. Tiller Richard coming up 2 spots into 4th from 6th. Pace truck heading on in, and these green flag is out for the 3, or for these Big Block Modifieds. Wagashoots going to the inside in that 66 machine, not trying to come up on the 74 Curtin A. Still side-by-side action here. Shoots down low. Nay out high, still applying the pressure to each other. 2nd and 3rd battling out nose to tail. 4 wide towards the back here. We had 2 cars in the middle, the 50s or the 65. And Kyle Sargent the 91 here. They double file back out towards the back of the pack here, but he's got the 4th, Tilly Richards, trying to hang on to that 4th spot. Ryan Wagon shoots in 3rd, trying to go to the inside of Curtin A here. Action all over the field here. Side by side here as we are ripping at Eldora Speedway. White flag here is out for James Sterry. Ryan Wagon shoots Curtin A. Wagon shoots able to get around the 74 machine and put him down into 3rd. 2nd is trying to track down James Sterry, but not able to do so as the checker flag waves coming out of 3 and 4. Awesome racing here out of heat number 3. What a race that was for these 3 Big Block Modifieds. I want to keep calling them the 358s for some reason. I don't know, man. So now we're going to move into the C main, I believe this is. The C main, ready to rip, rock, and roll. We got to check out the weather real quick for the Big Block Modifieds. Ha! Gotcha. We're going to pull this up here a little bit. I believe that's 7 miles an hour winds, partly cloudy. Got a little bit of humidity in the air, 75 degrees out. Awesome racing here for the Big Block Modified. So there's our weather report for tonight. Now we pull out the grid. Starting on the pole, we got Patrick Cobb, the 02, with Mark Spittelmeister to the outside of him, and 51 Machine starting second. Paul gonna start third if he's there. There he is, the 65 Machine, with Chris Marcatino starting in fourth. Fifth gonna be Corey Jans with Dolavera to his outside in the 032. Seventh gonna be Brody Brown, and eighth gonna be Austin Maja. Kaylor Hogan in that 15H. And tailing the end of the field, we got Kyle Sargent in the 91. So as we get ready to rip, rock, and roll, 12 laps for the consolation. Last chance qualify right here, right now. Top two makes it into the B or A main. Who's going to be able to take it? Patrick Cobb, Spittelmeister, starting on the pole. Ready to go. The Pegs truck is heading into the pits. Patrick Cobb, Mark Spittelmeister. Green flag here is out. Coming around 1 and 2, they are bunched up in the back. We see 3 wide for 4th and 5th. The 032 of Dolavera going around here. We'll see the yellow flag comes out. It doesn't look like it. Dolavera going to keep it going. Yellow flag does strike the speedway, though. That one definitely going to be on Dolavera there, as we saw he came up to the outside wall, clapped into the wall, and just went around. So race control going to throw the yellow flag out for Dolavera. Here we go, Patrick Cobb and Paul getting ready to start this thing off here. The 65 to the outside. Starting on the outside in second. Mark Spittelmeister falling into third with Corey James in fourth. Which they're going to swap that back and forth as we get ready for the green flag. The 02 of Cobb and the 65 of Paul. Green flag here is out. A little bit of blinking there coming out of the 65 machine. Corey Jans now in third. Mark Spittelmeister in fourth. Going to battle side-by-side action there behind him in third. Fourth and third spot. Yellow flag's going to strike here again. This one's on Dolavera for the second time tonight. We're going to go check that out. So we see there Dolavera. We're going to go in slow-mo. The 032 to the outside of the 29, excuse me. Speed on up. Following behind this 15H, the 20, the 29 down low. We see he's coming up, and the 29 machine just going to come up and clock right into the left side there. I don't think he thought that he was clear. It must be the spotter. Didn't say anything, and he might have checked and didn't see the front end of that 32 machine, as that was not very good on D'Oliveira's behalf, but we have the yellow flag flying. And race control doing their jobs as they are continuing on. Patrick Cobb and Paul looking for the green flag. One more time around, I believe. We'll double file these boys back up. The 02, the 65, the 51, the 28. Will the D'Oliveira be able to get back up towards the front? Was he up towards? I don't think he was up towards the front. No, he wasn't. That's right, he wasn't. He was towards the back, fighting with the 67. But we're ready to go green flag as the green flag drops here, coming out of 4. Heading to 1 and 2. We got some double filage action back there with Sargent and Jans. They end up single filing out. Double file with Spittelmeister and Paul now. Paul to the outside, Spittelmeister down low. Trying to catch the backside of that 65. Paul just trying to hang on to it. Kyle Sargent in the 91 coming up from 9th to 5th now on a rail ready to move. Here comes the 91 with the white flag waving. Will he be able to try to get up in there? I don't think so. Paul hanging on to it. And Patrick Cobb advancing to the A-man. Congratulations to these guys. It was a hard-fought battle. But now they're going to do their warm-ups. And now is a good time to use the restroom. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few moments. right, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost time to go racing here at Eldora. The Big Blocks ready for their features. They're winding out their practice. We are ready for their feature. 20 cars making the show here tonight as we get ready to do the on-site grid. Starting here on the pole, Ryan Cthulhu. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I know I'm not. In the 35 NJ machine. Man, that thing is sweet looking. To his outside, we got that number 6 machine of Colton Herbert. Starting in the third spot, we got James Sterry. And that's 741. To his outside, we got the 54 of Gunnar Harris. Fifth, we got Zane Walters. Sixth is going to be Ryan Wagon. Shoots with seventh being Tristan. Tristan in the 92 starting seventh. Eighth going to be Greg Keppel in the 38 machine. Ninth, Kurt Ney. 10th is Jeremy Prey in the 117th, with 11th being Joshua Hart. 12th, Tiller Richard. And Patrick Cobb starting 13th. 14th going to be Paul Knight. 15th is Mark Spittelmeister. Corey Jans starting in 16th. 17th going to be Kyle Sargent. 18th is going to be Austin Maja. Isaac D'Oliveira in the 032 starting 19th. And tailing the end of the field here in 20th will be the 15H of Kaylor Hogan. Well, 20 cars, guys. 20 cars here for 35 laps of Big Block Modified action. Shout it out in the chat who you're rooting on here to take home the Big Block Modified victory. And who do you think is going to get sent home? Green flag here is out for the Big Blocks. We got 35 laps of Big Block action here at Eldora. 3 wide here for the 4th spot. Well, it looked like it backed off. Now they're 3 wide for the 5th spot and 2nd spot. Yellow flag gonna strike the speedway. This one calling on Kaylor Hogan. Hogan, we got to see exactly what happened, where it's going on here. Not sure why it's not showing me him. There he is. He blinked in and out a little bit there. Hogan getting into the 032. Man, very unfortunate there for Mr. Kaylor Hogan. We have a little bit of internet blanket issues in the back there. Re-rack these guys up, line them up, get them in their spots, and get ready to go Big Block Modified action here one more time. These guys were just getting started. That's right, we are just getting started. Colton Herbert, Ryan Cthulhu. The back stretch here, they're getting ready to go green flag raping. Pace truck ready to pull on in. Colton Herbert to the outside of Ryan Cthulhu. Green flag here is out. Double file action. The 6 trying to hold on the outside, but here comes the 35 up in front of him. Ryan trying to hold on to it. Yellow flag. Gonna hit us one more time. This one gonna be on Tyler Richard. Tiller Richard. Tiller Tyler Richard. Here we go, the number 4 to the outside, blinking in and out a little bit. Gets up into somebody there. I'm not sure who that was. We're going to have to rewind that back. See if we can see. The 117, it looks like Mr. Jeremy Prey going around. So we'll see exactly what happened there. Get on that start. Jeremy Prey in the 117 trying to hold on to that outside. But the 74 coming up in front of that 117. That's Curtin A. Sending Jeremy Prey to the back along with a couple others that are involved in that pileup. $30 laps left for these big blocks to get her under control and run some clean green laps. Colton Herbert to the outside. The number 6. Down low, Colton Herbert, excuse me. And Ryan Cthulhu. Green flag is out. Three wide for the third spot there. Almost going to go 3 wide for the front spot. The 741 trying to stick his nose down in there. James Sterry. Hunter Harris trying to make his way up through as well as he's following in suit behind the number 6, Colton Herbert. Riding on board here with him as he's going to be on that outside edge. Hunter Harris ripping that outside. Has James Sterry to the inside. Ryan Cthulhu hanging on to the front spot. Second going to be Colton Herbert. Yellow flags going to strike us again. This one going to be on Kyle Sargent. Let's see what happens here. 3 wide back there. The 032 and the 20 down low here of the 91 of Sargent. Did a good job coming out of 3 and 2, or 1 and 2, or 3 and 4, excuse me. 91 clipping that outside wall there. We'll rewind that back and check it out one more time in slow-mo here. As he comes around out of 1 and 2, trying to hang on to that outside edge. It looks like his outside tire just clips it just a smidge as he pushed out just a little too much. Sending that 91 machine over and over. Bringing the yellow flag out here again at Eldora. Double file. Cthulhu, Herbert. One more time around, we're going green flag ribbon. Hammer down, boys, hammer down. As they head on to the backstretch, the lights are off the pace truck. Ladies and gentlemen, please back away from the fence. And don't forget to go see our local concessions here at the track. Ryan Cthulhu. Colton Herbert, green flag here is out. Herbert trying to hold that thing on the outside, tapping the wall a little bit. He got the 54 right on his tail. Hunter Harris trying to capitalize on any mistake that may happen. Lap 7, up 35. We got the 741 trying to put the slide job as we ride on board here with Gunnar Harris. Herbert going to hold on to that second spot. That number 6 has got Harris behind him. James Sterry. As 741 still trying to utilize that bottom line, trying to hold on to it. You see Cthulhu sliding off there a little bit as he slides back towards the 6 with Colton Herbert. Or maybe Herbert's getting faster. Green or yellow flag is going to strike the speedway here. This one going to be on Mark Spittelmeister. So Mark here in that black, orange, and green machine at 51. Out of 3 and 4, out of the front stretch into 3 or 1 and 2. Taps the wall, goes around, bringing the yellow flag out here for the big box one more time. All right, guys, we're single file here. Cthulhu, Herbert, Harris. Gonna go one more time around the track. So we can get the start. Heading into 3 and 4, green flag, ears out. 35 out front, Cthulhu. Holton, or Herbert, I mean, excuse me, Holton. Tristan battling back here with Gunner Harris. Harris trying to hold him off, the 92 comes up. Tristan taps the wall. May have been a little bit of contact there from Gunner Harris. James Sterry now going to move up into the 4th spot. Tristan going to go down low, trying to pull that slide down on the 741. Able to do so, but now the 741 going for the crossover to the inside. Colton Herbert in the 2nd spot, trying to hold these guys off. Ryan Cthulhu out front. The 92 is the 741 all over the tail side there. Trying to go to the inside, the 741 trying to hold on to it. Battle for 4th. Ooh, the 741 ends up in the wall a little bit there, going around James Sterry. Yellow flag strikes the speedway. This one definitely going to be on the 741, hitting the 82 or 92. Make a little bit of contact going into 1 and 2 there. Sending the 741 up into the wall and bringing them around. Other cars trying to avoid him, but end up getting into him. Very unfortunate there for James Sterry, bringing a yellow flag. Lights are off the pace truck as the pace truck gets ready to head down pit road. The green flag is dropping and it is out here at Eldora. Herbert Harris second, third, Ryan Cthulhu out front. Lap 15 of 35 down. We're a little under halfway to go. That 92 machine trying to work the inside of the 54 of Gunnar Harris here, the 6, Colton Herbert. Trying to get to the inside of Cthulhu as he battles it out. Nose to tail, side by side, door to door. Crossover after crossover is not yet to happen, but we are surely in store to see it. The 54 all over the backside of that 6. Gunnar Harris ready to capitalize. The number 6 machine trying to keep it off the wall here in that second spot as we are lap 18 of 35 down. Looks like Gunnar Harris fell off just a little bit there, but Tristan gonna throw the slide job in that 92 machine. The 54 gonna stay down low, almost double file for both front rows here. But the 6 machine falls back into the second nose to tail. As the 54 tries to hang on to the outside edge there, Tristan able to pull the slide job and keep on it. The 92 now taking over the 54, Gunnar Harris. Harris trying to look to make any move up that he can on the backside of that 92 machine. Caution strikes here again. This one they're saying is going to be on Mr. Corey Jans. So we got that 138 machine to the outside, trying to hang on to that outside edge. Taps the wall a little bit, goes into 1 and 2. Taps the wall again, taking her around, bringing the yellow flag out. Hope everybody's doing great out there tonight. Thank you, race fans, for tuning in and watching here on the Dirt Dog International Racing Network on Facebook. We are also live at www.dirtdogsinternationalracingnetwork.com. Actually, no, it's dirtdogsinternational.com. I always get too carried away saying Racing Network. But it's www.dirtdogsinternational.com/dirtdogslive. So if you want to be able to watch the video back in the future, because I know Facebook takes our videos down within 14 days, you can head on over to the Dirt Dogs website to be able to rewatch the footage all right there. So Gunnar Harris in the 4th spot. Tristan in that number 92 machine was able to get around him there with that slide job and hold on to it as he stuck it deep to the outside and just let her rip. Colton Herbert in the 2nd spot with that 6 machine, looking to make up any move he can on that 35. Pace truck is off and the green flag here is out. The 35 machine trying to hang on to the outside. The 6, Colton Herbert. They're going to keep off the 92, but the 92 they're going to take the slides over to the next level of extreme. Herbert coming back over with the crossover there. Double file, the 92 going to stay down to the inside. Onto the backstretch, he's going to stay down to the inside for 3 and 4. Trying to come up, but not have enough time to get in front of the number 6 of Colton Herbert. Gunnar Harris in the 54 waiting for a mistake to happen, but will it happen? We don't know. Ryan, Colton Herbert, Tristan, your top 3 here for lap 24. We got 10 laps left here remaining of this Big Block Modified feature. Season opener of the Big Block Modified. And that, putting on an awesome show. The 92 trying to throw the slide job. He does, but the 6 Going to the inside for the crossover. It takes it back. On board now with Colton Herbert on the tail side of Ryan Cthulhu. The 92 throwing the slide job on him. We will see who was able to keep that spot. So far, Colton Herbert in the second position, but we are waiting to see whether or not iRacing is going to let Tristan and the 92 have it. Was he in front of the 6 machine before that yellow flag came out? That guy's got an arm, let me tell you. You can wave that sucker. So I believe they're just going to let Colton have that spot still, as Tristan's going to hang on to the 3rd position as they made a lap around so far. Looks like the truck is going to go around one more time, and then the green flag racing for the last 8 laps. Onto the back stretch down into 3 and 4. Will Ryan be able to hold them off for just a few more laps? Green flag here is out at Eldora Speedway. Eight laps left remaining of this feature event for the Big Block Modifieds for the High Roller Sim Series, presented by HRT Cinematography and Speed Demon Setups. Colton Herbert in the 2nd spot, Tristan in 3rd, Gunnar Harrison 4th. Greg Keppel rounding out the top 5. Ryan still out front. Tristan able to take over the 2nd spot now as he jumps out front of the number 6. The 6, though, surrounded by them blue and black machines. Here's Gunnar Harris now going for the slide job. Harris now has the 6 machine of Colton, trying to do the same thing as he does with the crossover here. The 54 goes to the inside. Battle coming out of the front stretch into 1 and 2. Using that outside. Gunnar Harris trying to do everything he can. Able to get to the outside of Colton Herbert. Herbert down low. Herbert up into the wall, it looks like there. Lap 31. Yellow flag's going to strike again. Eldora is the cruel old mistress that she is. We're going to check out the yellow flag coming out on Patrick Cobb tonight. I believe this one's going to be Cobb's first one here in the 02. Trying to hold on to it. Getting just a little too far to the outside, bringing the yellow flag out here tonight. Cobb in the 02. Very unfortunate here for the 02 machine. Hey, if you guys would, man, if you guys like my style and love what we're doing here at the Dirt Dogs International for these guys here with High Roller Sim Series, go ahead and smash that like button and follow us here at the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. We got all kinds of stuff going on ourselves, and we are happy to help here with the High Roller Sim Series for sure. Racing is what we are about for the Dirt Dog Internationals. And that's all it is about, is a passion. Gunnar Harris, Tristan, Ryan waiting for the green flag, coming around 3 and 4. as they head on to the back stretch. Getting ready to go into 3. The pace truck pulling off. Ryan, Tristan, Gunner, green flag. Here is out. Nose to tail action. Yellow flag strikes here again. Trouble towards the back. Ryan Cthulhu. It says for some reason that's correct. I don't think so. Oh, this one's going to be on De Vera. Isaac De Vera. They're bringing out the yellow this time. The over 32. Like he was having a hell of a start there on that one. The 032 going to the outside, though, gets door slammed a little bit as he went around. It was a little slick. Something wrong with the car, maybe. Yellow flag going to be on the 032 tonight. So it looks like 3 laps left here for these guys to hold it on, get their bearings together for the Big Block Modifieds, and run this out. The 35 waiting to take the green flag. So they get ready to head down 1 and 2. And on to the backstretch. Tristan in the 92 machine trying to get up here to the tail side of the 35 of Ryan Cthulhu. Green flag, here's out at Eldora. Harris still in 3rd, Keppel moving up into 4th. Harris going to the outside in that 54 machine, trying to use the outside pole on that 92 machine. He is able to do so. Tristan going to come up, try to hold on to that outside edge as well. Ryan still out front here, coming around to make a white flag waving. White flag goes out. Ryan trying to hold off the 92 machine of Tristan and Gunner in the 54. They come around 3 and 4. Ryan Cthulhu, Tristan, and Gunner take the Big Block Modified podium. Awesome racing out of these guys here, man. Congratulations to Ryan on his Big Block Modified win here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We're going to try to pull him up here for a quick interview in just a moment. All right, it looks like he is ready to rip, rock, and roll. Let's get him on up here. All right, Ryan. First things foremost, I know I'm probably saying your last name wrong. Go ahead and tell me, how do I say that?
Cool thaw. Like cool outside and thaw out food.
Okay, cool thaw. All right, now I got that from future reference. Well, I'll tell you, man, that 35 machine was a rocket, but you had that black and blue 54 machine and a couple of them other guys all over the tail side. Go ahead and give us the rundown of what it was like battling and trying to hold on to the lead here for them last few laps.
Yeah, I'm not too good here. This is probably one of my worst tracks, and it's really hard to run the top perfect every lap. So I really went protective mode, just ran slider line, and was just trying to hit my marks. And the guys behind me were just banging the boards down, just reeling me in. Lattisaur caught me pretty quick, and it came down last lap, and he was on my bumper, and I just kept running that slider line. But overall, it was a great night. I'll take it for one of my worst tracks, and we'll move on to next week. And stoked.
Well, that it was, dude. You had an awesome run here in that 35 machine. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight for putting that thing up in victory lane?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys over at Dynamic Sim Sport, Rico Robles, Manning, Urish, and all them other guys over there. They're helping me a ton, on sprint car side and everything else. I got to thank Mancini Custom Homes, Grosso Homes as well. I got to thank everybody that's putting this on. You for broadcasting, Nick Ham Designs, Big Nut Racing Products, Morgantini Racing Engines, and thank you.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on taking home the victory here tonight, Mr. Ryan Kuthall, right?
Yep.
All right.
Have a great night.
Congratulations, man. That's going to do it here tonight for the Big Block Modifieds, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome racing here out of the High Roller Sim Series. We're new to this series. These guys just, out of whim, asked me to do what I had to do and work my magic. So I was happy to do it here for them, and we appreciate all the chances and opportunities to be able to do so. But with that being said, I've been your host, Jacob Keith with the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Woof, woof. Much out and love.